Alfa Romeo Giulia 2016 present. It's fair to say that a number of people might have bought a used Alfa Romeo in the past simply because it looked really good and its value had dropped faster than a lift with the cable cut. But times change, and the Italian firm has made great efforts over the past few years to improve its build quality and make its car more competitive. Now with the Giulia, you have a really compelling alternative to the usual executive car suspects. It competes with these cars on performance and running costs, and also offers a great driving experience to boot. It's well screwed together and, of course, it wears that wonderfully evocative badge. Those usual suspects include the German Big Three, the Audi A4, BMW 3 Series, and Mercedes C-Class. But you can also include the Jaguar XE, because both it and the Giulia put plenty of emphasis on being fun to drive, since they are both available with rear-wheel drive and come with sophisticated suspension setups. Powering the Giulia is a choice of petrol and diesel engines in a number of different outputs. The range starts with a 197 bhp 2-liter 4-cylinder petrol, but this can be increased to 276 bhp with the Veloz and Veloz TI versions. The diesel range stems from a 2.2-liter 4-cylinder with either 148 bhp or 177 bhp. But there's top-of-the-range Quadrifoglio, our used performance car of the year for 2021. No less with a 2.9-liter V6 that kicks out 503 bhp. All engines come with an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Standard equipment is decent, with all models getting an 8.8-inch infotainment system that in earlier models is controlled with a rotary dial, plus cruise control, dual-zone climate control, and a host safety systems such as lane departure warning, forward collision alert, and automatic emergency braking. It came initially in 4 trims: Giulia, Super, Special, and Veloz. The entry-level Giulia trim equips the Alfa with 16-inch alloy wheels, cruise control, rear parking sensors, a chrome exhaust pipe, LED rear lights, and a wealth of safety technology, including the autonomous emergency braking, lane departure warning, and forward collision warning. As mentioned, is standard. Inside there are manually adjustable front seats, a leather-clad steering wheel, dual-zone climate control, automatic wipers and lights, and Alfa's infotainment system complete with a 6.5-inch display, a DAB radio, and USB and Bluetooth connectivity. Upgrade to Super and 17-inch alloys, aluminum door sills, and part leather seats are included alongside an upgraded infotainment system with a larger 8.8-inch display, a sat-nav, while opting for the Special, adds numerous luxuries to the package. These include 18-inch alloy wheels shod in run-flat tires, bi-xenon headlights, electrically adjustable and heated front sport seats, a heated steering wheel, electrically folding door mirrors, and a sporty body kit. The range-topping Veloz model gets a unique set of alloys, an upgraded braking system, front parking sensors, and lovely crafted aluminum paddle shifters. Those after a more thrilling drive can opt for the lunacy of the Quadrifoglio, which not only gets you a 2.9-liter V6 punching out 503 bhp and the ability to propel the Giulia to 191 miles per hour at full chat, it also gets a wealth of additional equipment as standard too. These include 19-inch alloys, more powerful bi-xenon headlights, blind spot monitoring system, interior ambient lighting, a bespoke leather and Alcantara upholstery, a rear view camera, and the quad exhaust, not to mention Alfa's clever active aerodynamics package, active torque vectoring system, chassis control, and dedicated race mode. To drive the Giulia is a lesson in how even a dull executive car can be made to handle well. The first thing you'll notice is the light yet lightning quick steering that you get used to within a few miles. It helps to disguise the size of the Giulia and makes it feel really nimble, along with the added boon of making parking a breeze, as you can get a lot of steering lock with relatively few turns of the wheel. The ride has a fluid quality over bumps and is particularly good on Giulias fitted with the adaptive dampers that come as part of an optional performance pack. They stiffen up in dynamic mode, but when you enter a town or come across a poorly maintained bit of tarmac, you can simply hit a button to slacken them off in an instant. Inside the Giulia, the fit and finish can't match that of the 3 Series or A4, but it is smarter than the XE. Space is also better in the Giulia than its British rival. Although legroom in the rear still isn't a patch on that of the A4. The boot, although its opening is rather awkward and hampers usability a little, is among the deepest in the class. And on the special versions, there's a highly useful 40x20x40 split folding rear bench as standard. In 2020, the Giulia was treated to a number of minor updates, with the redesigned center console and the infotainment system being upgraded to a touchscreen affair, albeit still with the rotary dial control certain functions, and the interior materials being improved. Quality overall was said to be improved too, with added advanced driver assistance systems, and the Giulia's connectivity upgraded with smartphone mirroring, now standard. Trim names were changed at the same time to Super, Sprint, Veloz, Veloz TI and Lasso TI. The 2.2-liter diesel engines were enhanced to 160, 158 bhp and 190, 187 bhp versions. Not all Giulias came with front or rear parking sensors, so you should have a look for signs of parking scuffs in the bumpers or for evidence of poor paint repairs that could affect the manufacturer paint and bodywork warranty. The alloy wheels on some models can be susceptible to curb damage, which can be expensive to repair. If you experience tire scrub when on full steering lock in your Giulia, don't worry, they all do that. The quadrifoglio is the worst for it. This is due to aggressive steering geometry that allows the car to have very quick steering and resist understeer at speed. There has been one recall so far for the Giulia that involves cars built between the 14th of November 2017 and the 15th of December 2017. Mineral oil might get into the braking and clutch system, so it's worth checking with your Alfa Romeo dealer to see if your car is affected. Also, it's worth pointing out that you should never leave a credit card or car park ticket on the sliding cover over the front cup holders, because the gap between this and the dashboard is large enough for such things to slip into the center console, never to be found again. This is the section in which Alfa Romeo usually gets a kicking, but not so much anymore. The brand finished in 25th place out of 31 manufacturers in our most recent reliability survey, and it has in recent ones finished even higher than that. Likewise, the Giulia has in the past finished in the top 3 in the executive car class, although this year it finished in a respectable mid-table position. This depends on how you're planning to use your Giulia. If you do lots of miles, you'll need the cheaper running costs of a diesel. While it is a slightly noisier engine than you'll find in some of its rivals, it isn't overly so, and the 8-speed automatic does a good job of quieting things down at a cruise. The standard Giulia comes with plenty of equipment, but it's the Super version that we would recommend, because it has a slightly better interior and part leather seats that give it a more premium feel. Our favorite Alfa Romeo Giulia 2.2 JTDM2 Super. Well, if you are the owner of this car, then please describe the problem that you had to face during the operation of the car. Perhaps it is your feedback that will help viewers when choosing a car. That's it for today. Thanks everyone for attention. It isn't much work for you to subscribe to the channel. See you soon.